What's up, guys? We got another episode of the Sports Brotherhood coming to you. Got a trilogy, Cleveland, Golden State, Part 3. Isaac and Timmy, what's going on, guys?
What's good, my brother?
Good to be here again.
Good.
How you doing, buddy?
Ready for the final start. That is for sure. But to start, I want to kind of get your guys' thoughts on the playoffs, just as more macro and as a bigger picture sense. There's been some talk about the regular season being a little boring, playoffs kind of being the same. Cleveland went 12-1, Golden State 12-0, swept their way through all 3 rounds. So what are your guys' just some of your bigger points that you've taken away from the playoffs up to now?
I mean, this is honestly been the most drawn out finals I can ever remember. And if it was 2 weeks, I hear people saying oh, Steph Curry, he's a jump shooter, so when the finals come around, he's tired and all this other stuff. No, bro, you got 2 weeks to rest. I don't want to hear none of that. There's no excuses. Brian, get your old bone Jones ass up in that gym and make it happen. I'm just ready, man. It's just the anticipation's killing me. So it's to the point where you say we have to wait 2 weeks for the Super Bowl, but not like this. Not like this. No.
Isaac, what about you?
I thoroughly enjoyed the season, but I mean, as you know, we're kind of NBA nuts. So I mean, this is what we do. I enjoy watching the 76ers with Embiid. I enjoy watching the emergence of Djokovic. I mean, even in Minnesota, you've got some really nice young talent over there in terms of Karl Anthony Towns, not even making an all-star team, but still averaging 25 and 12. You've got to see the Houston Rockets give you a top 10 offense and just absolutely flame out here in the playoffs. But I love the regular season. Was a lot of fun. There were a lot of different storylines, and I didn't even bring up Russ. I didn't bring up the fact that LeBron shot 54% and had career highs in assists and rebounds in his 14th season. That just doesn't happen.
What about did you like the playoffs so far though?
Oh, the playoffs have been. I've enjoyed at least one series of round aside from this past one, but I still watched just because. Oh, yeah. I mean, you see these players on the court in terms of Katie and Steph, and you legally stream them on YouTube, and you just whenever you can, because I mean, God knows another foot injury or an ankle injury could take that all away from you. And this moment in time that we've had to appreciate these players on the court at the same time could vanish tomorrow. So I don't take any of these games for granted, especially when it comes to the Golden State Warriors and LeBron James himself. I fully gained more respect for him. At the same time, Steph Curry kind of said, hey, maybe this guy might be the heir apparent here, because 3 is more than 2, and this guy is just doing things we've never seen before. So I think he is poised and ready to just absolutely explode this finals, especially with Kevin Durant on the court and LeBron James not being able to play free safety and roam around as much, and there's not Mr. Harrison Barnes to go 5 for 32 and 5, 6, 7. Be really interesting to watch that. And I see Richie over there scratching his head fuck.
It's okay. They got Klay Thompson for that. Don't worry about it.
I'll take my chances with
yeah,
you.
Exactly. I'll take my chances there.
What is he reduced down to Bruce Bowen now? Is that what it is now? Just a 3D guy out there.
He just got to make shots.
He go out there just to play defense and shoot threes. That's about it. And he's he was okay. Last year, Klay Thompson was the second scoring option to that fucking team. Yeah. This year, he's probably the 4th option, okay? And that affects you.
Who's third? Who's the third?
Draymond. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Are you going to tell me Draymond Green is more of a scoring option?
No, what I'm saying to you, Draymond touches the ball way more than Klay Thompson.
That has nothing to do with
scoring. No. I'm saying, listen, hear me out. The offense goes through Draymond a lot more than it goes through Klay.
It doesn't go, of course, but it doesn't go through Draymond. He's just the facilitator that stands at the top of the fucking key and just looks for people to facilitate too.
He does fast break. He does it all, bro. Draymond
fast break, absolutely. But when they're in a half court set, they're not really running Draymond to get plays. They're running Clay, they're running Steph, they're running KD.
No, they usually have like Steph Curry running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and they usually have like Draymond running point. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he's like playing the point. He touches the ball. Clay's out there.
That's my point. Draymond's not scoring. Draymond is facilitating. That's exactly my point.
But he can.
He still averages 20 points a game.
Yeah, he can score. It's not that he doesn't score. He can score.
No,
but
I mean Clay averages 20 points.
He has to get KD and Steph their touches, and so the odd man out ends up being Clay. That's why he's shooting so off right now, bro. It's not.
I think he's off because he's off.
He doesn't need to touch the ball more, bro. I feel like he just needs to touch the ball more. That's all.
Here's how we can figure that out. We just need to look at the field goal attempts, because whether he makes them or misses them, the amount of times he shoots is the real story.
And the funny thing about it is because at the beginning of the year, he's the one who was like, "I ain't sacrificing shit,"
and he didn't.
But motherfucker, he
has the same numbers as last year.
They're a little down. You know, he barely averaged 20 this year in the regular season, but it was regular season, and mainly it was because KD went down. But like, I feel like Clay, his defensive prowess is what helps that team more than anything. But I feel like
about more than anything, but
no, it is because he's the best perimeter defender. He really is.
I would say Draymond's still the best perimeter, but I get what you're saying. I think Klay Thompson is actually no, you're right. Klay's better on the perimeter, but I'd say Draymond's better overall, and he can switch. But I'm trying to find his playoff.
Clay was at 22 a game this year. So
honestly,
playoffs?
It's kind of that's.
No, Klay Thompson actually averaged more points this season than he did last season.
Interesting. I believe
he did 22, 3. Field goal percentage. His field goal percentage was 46.8, and last year was 47. He had the same years last year. Like, he really didn't sacrifice anything.
No, I'm not saying regular season because it changed because KD went out and he had to step up. But what I was saying is, and they went on that huge run after they went through that huge little, or not really huge, it was like a 3-game low. And like
so
everyone's
KD,
going, what's happening to the Warriors and this and that,
So did KD miss like 20 games?
It was a decent amount, but I just hope that honestly, it's hard for me to watch. It's really hard for me to watch Golden State in the playoffs. It's so hard.
Clay is getting 14 shots a game in the playoffs.
Their best players are always getting hurt. Like who they face against, whether it's their top defender, this is like the top defensive player, or the best player overall, gets hurt for them. I don't even know. It's like they had the same thing happen to them last year in the finals. So
it's all luck.
Not really. Their best player?
Yeah.
Steph Curry was clearly not 100%.
No.
They lost Andrew Bogut. Draymond Green got suspended. So, I mean, they had their share of personal adversity or losses, or whatever you want to call it. It's not like they were just unscathed.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying like a huge component and the second half what got Portland to the playoffs was Nurkic. I would have loved to see Nurkic play in that game because
I agree.
He changes everything.
But I totally agree.
But it would have mattered because they wouldn't have went like what 12-0. Like I'm just saying, like, but at the same time, like
They weren't 2-point games. They won by 25.
No, but
hey guys,
there was games where they should have won.
Timmy, I got something for you. Nurkic, Burkic, Durkic, don't matter. You can still get that business. Dubs and 5.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like
LeBron James
got injured. The next series, it's like what Utah, like Rudy Gobert, and the motherfuckers get hurt. Like I'm just like, oh my goodness, how much luck can you have? And then Kawhi Leonard gets hurt. I'm just like, come on, man.
All right, I just
all the best defensive players were gone.
I just looked up the stats. Clay's getting 14 shots a game. Draymond's getting 8.8. So Clay is still the third option. So it's just
he's wide open too.
He'll be fine. You give him. I mean, they've had a week off, which I think the week off between when they played. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Second round matchup. Who'd they play?
You're talking about the Spurs or what?
Utah.
No, I'm talking about Golden State. I can't even think. They played the Blazers.
Yeah.
Who?
Utah Jazz, right?
Yeah. So when they played Utah, they had that week, and then San Antonio came off Game 6 against Houston. I think that's why they were so off on game one, because San Antonio's coming in, riding momentum, fresh 2 days off a game, and Golden State hadn't played in a week. With both teams having that week off and allowing Golden State, Klay Thompson to kind of find some rhythm, I think they're going to come out. Even if they are cold, I don't see Cleveland coming out on fire. I think Golden State's going to come out just lighten it up.
And that's what they say. They usually say with younger teams, you want less rest and more play because they can just go out there and play. But with older teams, you want that rest.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be.
I definitely feel the rest will definitely benefit Cleveland a lot more.
Absolutely.
And I mean, because Golden State is just notorious for starting series really, really slow.
Bro. That's the point. They started the first year with LeBron when Kyrie went out with that knee injury. They started to slow that game. I wish that Kyrie would have played the overtime because I still feel like they could have won that. Like it just.
Oh yeah, Kyrie was in the zone that game.
And it was swatting Steph Curry and all that, bro. It was amazing.
Yep, no doubt. So all right, go ahead.
Oh, just on a different note, just to go back at Timmy, because Timmy, he likes to talk about how bad Steph Curry was in 2015.
I don't talk about how bad it was.
When you talk about, the fact that he averaged more points in the finals than he did during the regular season when he actually won the MVP.
And
look at the fact that he actually set the finals record for three-pointers
don't
made.
Bring that up, bro. Don't come at me with that BS when he was facing a Deladova
yes.
and a couple other
you say what you want to about who he's facing, but it's just about what he did. And what he did was set the finals record. That
Let me explain this to you. I just want to put this. Let's put this in proper perspective, okay? Steph Curry didn't get really going until after Game 3 of that finals. Because it was bad, bro. It wasn't.
Did the
bad.
series end in Game 3 or did it end in Game?
No, not at all. But I will tell you this: LeBron and his horses got hurt, bro. It is what it is. So you got a man named Matthew Dellavedova who does not start playing starter minutes, and when he comes off the bench, normally he drinks coffee and shit to play those high minutes. So you're facing a decaffeinated, who just came back from the emergency room from IVs, Dellavedova. Who's
a better defender than Kyrie Irving?
No, but it's not about that. First of all, Kyrie put the locks on Steph in that first game, so I don't want to hear that.
That's one game. Are you going to take one game sample size or an entire career?
But I'm going to take Kyrie Irving over Dellavedova. Let's be real.
Defensively, nope.
Everything. They couldn't score without LeBron. When LeBron went off the court, they shot 0 for 19 for threes.
Oh, I agree. They had no offense.
Bad.
I'm just saying strictly defensively, I'd take Dellavedova over Kyrie.
Yeah, but when you got him playing starter minutes and there's no really other backup to back up Dellavedova.
No, I get all that. I agree with you there.
So,
I'm just saying,
and that's where
Steph getting going.
That's where Steph got going, though. It was on a bunch of second and third string players. Am I supposed to really take that into consideration?
He totally took it to Dellavedova and dominated him. Once he got a feel for the way that Dellavedova was playing, because honestly, Dellavedova is the type of guy that people like Steph don't like playing against. Steph is the guy that makes it look good. He's a pretty boy. He's trying to shake you. He's trying to make you look dumb. And when you have somebody like Dellavedova that doesn't care about that and is, you're going to love this, scrappy, grabbing, pulling, scrappy, he's an irritant. That's the type of players that Steph doesn't like playing against. But once you figure it out, and clearly the far superior player is Steph Curry. Once he figured that out and realized, okay, here's what Dellavedova is doing against me, he took him to town, dude. Dominated him. Made him look
but let me tell you something. There was a game, I think Dellavedova had 20 points on Steph. He totally outplayed Steph Curry in the game, okay? But what
game was that?
I can't remember what it was. It was Game 3, Game 4.
Oh, don't worry. I'll look that up.
No. I'm just saying, after that, he had 19 points.
Please.
But he went to the freaking hospital. He went to the emergency room right after because
he missed the second half of the game on that. I totally remember that.
No. I'm not talking about he played the whole game. The next game, he got rushed to the emergency room that night because he had to get a whole bunch of IVs in him. Because
I think I might have been Game 4.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was 3 or 4. I don't remember which one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it might have been 4.
I'm about to look it up.
Because LeBron had a lead in the series after that. But, it was kind of sad, but they didn't have nothing, bro. He was playing with house money with a whole bunch of nobodies, bro. That cast right there was probably worse than what he played with in 07. Like, it was bad, bro. It was pretty
All
bad.
right, so
It was pretty bad. Oh my god.
I'm trying to find Delhi.
Absolutely,
All right.
but
Dellavedova played 4 minutes in Game 5.
no, it was before that. Yeah.
Really?
That
Well, I mean,
was
he played 4 minutes and 43 seconds, so I'd say that is the game.
no, it wasn't that game. That's what I'm saying. It was Game 4 that happened. Game 5, he tried to come back, but he just couldn't do it. It was bad, bro. Like, I just felt bad for him.
Do you want me to check Game 3 or Game 5?
Check Game 3.
What's the one that he outplayed
3 or
Steph?
4. It was 3 or 4. I'm thinking it was Game 4.
It's probably Game 2.
No, Game 4
'Cause
is the one I was just telling you about when he played
He was
4
at
minutes.
home. Right, but he was at home. I thought you said it was Game 5. But it
No,
was,
Game 4.
Check Game 3.
I don't even see him.
I think Braun had like a 2-1 lead in the series at the time. Maybe. But it was bad, man. I just
Why
felt
is
bad
this
for him.
saying? Why is this saying Kyrie Irving played in? I'm on basketballreference.com, and it says Kyrie Irving played in Game 3.
No.
I thought he got hurt.
Are you in the
Game
wrong
1.
year?
I thought he got
Wrong
hurt
year.
Game 1.
Yeah, you're probably looking at the wrong year.
16. Yep, my bad.
It's
Definitely the wrong year.
true. But at the same time, like, he's
So-
only playing 4 minutes because Kyrie's there. Like, he was only there for like a defensive stopper to give Kyrie his rest. He's not there to start against Steph Curry. Okay, let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
So Steph Curry's he broke him down at the end, and like you see like Steph hitting step backs and me mugging the cameraman.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
he's the much better player.
Absolutely, we all knew that, and that's what like pissed me off is because Skip Bayless is like the Curry stopper, and I'm like, come on, dude,
See,
hold the fuck up, bro.
here's just Steph Curry only had really like one really bad game. He was 5 for 20, Game 2. But
Yeah,
Game 1, he was 10 for 20, 26 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. Game 2 was that garbage game. He was like 2 for 15 from 3.
but they still
5 for
won.
20.
Let LeBron play that bad and see if they win. Okay, come on, man.
6 assists, 5 rebounds. Okay, but Game 3, he was 10 for 20, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists.
Yep,
Game 4, he was 8 for 17, 22 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds.
I know.
13 for 23, 37 points, 4 and 7.
And then he was starting heating up. Yeah, I know. He started heating
Game 6, Game 6 was 8 for 19, 25, 8 and 6. So he only had he had not the greatest shooting night in Game 6, but 5 for 23 was the only bad game he had.
I'd say putrid is a much strong word.
Insane.
Putrid is a strong word.
For that performance?
No, I'm talking about you got to take effect, bro. You got to look at it this way. When I look at Steph Curry, what he was doing that year too, I felt like against Dellavedova, he should have had 30 a game, bro.
No.
Easily, because Dellavedova was sticking him.
They literally double teamed him every single time he touched the ball.
It wasn't double team. It was Dellavedova
when they ran pick and roll, every single time he got the ball out of his hands.
Bro, it was Dellavedova in Steph Curry's jersey. That's what put him over the edge.
You're insane. Like Tristan Thompson was one of the reasons they've been able to be at least solid successful.
He's probably the second biggest reason behind LeBron.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they double team him every single time. Like they run pick and roll, they call a double team. They probably can't do that anymore.
I didn't say they didn't do it like that back then, but they had to. Like it wasn't like Dellavedova's not going to stick Steph the whole game. Let's be real. Like maybe for like a 2-minute spin here or there, yeah, he can do that. But when you give him starter minutes, like here, this is your assignment. Guard him. No,
right, forget Dellavedova. Let's talk about these teams. We totally got sidetracked on that, but
definitely.
All right, so we got a week off. We talked about that. We got the rest factor. We got the Cavs, who they didn't play defense that good all year. Golden State, number 2 defensively, led the league in steals, led the league in blocks. How are the Cavs going to be able to even somewhat slow down the Warriors? I don't see the Warriors scoring less than 110 a game.
But that's the thing. I think were the Cavs were they the best offensive rated team in this playoffs though?
Yeah.
I think they were. So that's how you do it with the offense, number one. Number
two, but you can do that against playing in the East. How are you going to be able to match the Warriors point for point?
Number 2, they play the Warriors better than I think anybody else can play them, just because simply they have LeBron. LeBron does that off ball like a free safety and comes and just messes stuff up. Like that's great to have, but it's a different thing when you add a KD to that team. So the only thing I can even bet for them having a chance is the Clay become Harrison Barnes. Okay, like that's about all.
I'd say if anybody's going to be Harrison Barnes, it'll be Draymond.
Mm-hmm. I'm not.
They're going to leave him. You think they're going to give Clay open shots, or are they going to give Draymond open shots?
I'm going to say they're all going to get open shots eventually. But
well, you know what I mean. As far as schematically,
I feel you. I feel you. But I'm not saying you don't want to give Clay wide open looks regardless. But Draymond is going to get more touches than Clay. And he's going to create a lot of more opportunities for others. He doesn't have to score to have this impact in the game.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm saying if they sag off him and dare him to shoot, I would say that would be one. I mean, honestly, if I'm Cleveland, that is probably the focal point of my game plan.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably the main thing that I want every single possession ended. If you want to sag off and take away him, I mean, literally, how many times when they run that motion offense, which we're just real quick, Mike Brown said he wants to run the Steph KD pick and roll a lot more, which Steve Kerr didn't really do. But that was one thing. I love their motion offense and all that, but it gets bogged down sometimes when literally it's just like, okay, Dre's going to stand here at the top of the key from probably 13 seconds left on the shot clock until 4, not move, and just look to pass. Like, if they're going to give him that, sag off a good 4 feet, dare him to shoot, and take away passing lanes, I mean, I would do that every single time if I'm the captain.
He almost made Draymond almost made it happen in Game 7 last year.
I agree. He was on fire.
Honestly, the main big reason why I get on Steph Curry is because last year I feel like he should have been a point guard and realized who had the hot hand on his team. Clay had a hot hand, and Draymond had a hot hand. And
Clay did not have a hot hand. Clay was ice cold.
No, non-existent. Game 7.
Yeah, he was non-existent.
He went non-existent. He went non-existent in that fourth quarter. That's what he went.
He hit like 2 or 3 big shots, but he was ice cold.
Steph making stupid plays behind the back. And, God damn it, Steph. He'll do better, bro.
He struggled.
I will say this, fellas. They don't run the KD Steph Curry pick and roll because KD is a horrific ball screener.
He don't need a pick and roll. He's good tall.
Well, I mean, the main thing they're going to try to get with that is just a switch. So, I mean, if they have Kyrie and they switch the pick and roll, and then you have KD isoing on Kyrie in the post.
Yeah, if anything, they'll run like a Steph. I mean, KD will have the ball and Steph will pick his guy.
Dude, that's probably been their most successful play in the playoffs is running that with Draymond, and he'll flash back up for 3. He's probably gotten at least maybe 4 baskets a game running that action. Like it's nuts. I don't know why people don't take it away.
I mean, Steph Curry is a better ball screener than Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
KD goes over for a screen. He's like, and he it's like he avoids the contact of the guy who's coming over for the screen. His little delicate frame slips.
Clay was 6 of 17 and 2 for 10 from deep.
And what?
And a negative 11 plus minus. He struggled.
For what?
For game 7.
For this playoff run?
No. Last year, game 7. He struggled.
What was he? What game 7? What?
He was 6 of 17 from the field and 2 of 10 from deep. With a negative 11 plus minus. Guess who led the Warriors last year in game 7 plus minus? Draymond K. Isaac.
Steph Curry.
Who?
Steph Curry.
No, Sean Livingston, plus 8.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? And he was even 3 of 7. He had 8 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 16 minutes played, and he led the team in plus minus with plus 8.
Well, that's an important set of Harrison Barnes.
Man.
Harrison Barnes was 3 of 10. Like, that's what I said last year when it happened. They choked, like straight up. They choked.
But it was coaching decisions as well because Steve Kerr doesn't get nearly enough heat as he should. I mean, for some reason, he had much. He had Anderson Varejao on the court too much in that damn series. He didn't play Livingston enough. Like when Barnes
Sealy was
doesn't
there.
have it, he doesn't really give you anything else because he's like just another. He's a slightly better version of Jeff Green. Really average
Yeah,
or
I could probably
slightly
agree
above
with that.
average in everything that he does, and he has no real impact. But if he's clapping, he's clapping. But if he's not, he's just a guy.
In all reality, they should have really played Marquise Spates more because he was doing really good for them.
Mo buckets.
And,
Man,
I mean, yeah.
no, he's all right, but he was doing really good for them. He was clapping.
I can say, I watched every one of their games the last 2 years, and Mo Spates probably won that team will get 8 to 10 games, man.
I'm telling
Like
you, man.
he would come in and just give you buckets off the bench, man.
I'm like, why would you play him over? Why would you play Verja over him? Or
Especially when they scored 89 points in Game 7. Like they obviously needed offense, but
what did Clay do Game 6 then?
Yeah. Clay
Clay
Thompson, guys, I'm gonna say something blasphemous.
Huh.
He might be the most overrated player in the league.
in the league, man. I don't know.
I think that
he's not looked at.
I don't think he gets
an elite superstar though.
no, but you had Charles. I mean, given it's Charles Barkley, but still, you had his ass saying that he could be the third best player in the world ahead of Steph Curry. I'm
say
just sitting here.
I know
he's the third best shooting guard in the league, though. I mean,
well,
if you call James Harden a point guard or a shooting guard?
Shooting guard.
Okay, so
yeah, I'd say he's.
Well, you got Jimmy Butler ahead of Clay, and then arguably DeMar DeRozan, and I wouldn't even go there.
Nope.
So you got Harden, Butler, and then Clay, DeRozan, and then who else you got? Bradley Beal.
Well, let me ask you. I was going to ask you, what would Bradley Beal next to Steph Curry look like?
Give me Klay Thompson's defense over Bradley Beal every day of the week. I wouldn't even consider Bradley Beal.
A little bit.
I'm not a Bradley Beal fan. He proved me wrong this year. He proved me wrong this year. He's better than I thought. But
he breaks your heart every year, Rich. Yeah, so
yeah, he played terrible in freaking Game 7. But all right, back to this year. We keep getting back to talk about the past, but it's if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. So where we're going is the third straight finals, the trilogy. Where do we leave off last time before we started talking about the past? Oh, the MVP. So we have Steph, who got the MVP, the last 2 years. This year, obviously, it's someone else, but probably Russ. So, Isaac, you mentioned you think he's just going to blow up. Are you probably taking him for your MVP of the series?
See, I think KD will shoot a higher percentage from the field. KD will grab more rebounds, and he'll have a comparable level of assists. So it could be KD. As the playoffs go more and more deeper and deeper, you get to see a clear vision of the pecking order that resides within Golden State. And Steph is probably leading them in shots right now, and he's getting more and more confident. And Kate's almost devolved back into who he really is. And in the words of Lorenzo Gordon, he's a beta. So, I mean, because Katie just scores so effortlessly. You look up and he has 30 points, and you're just like, how did that happen? And when did this happen? Steph, you feel his impact because Oracle's going crazy, and he's got 17 points in a quarter. You feel that impact, and you can see the demoralization on the other team. So I think Steph's going to average like 33 games this series.
He better.
Who do you got? Who you got for MVP?
I'll go with. If I had to put my money on it, it's going to be KD. But my heart wants Steph Curry. All
right, that's fair. Timmy, who you got?
Man, well, considering I'm probably the only person on this who doesn't have Golden State winning this, okay, I'm probably going to have to say either the MVP is going to be obviously either Bron or Kyrie, but I really think it's Kyrie's coming out party. Considering like what he does now to a team, and he commands the huddle. He's averaging like 8 assists per game this playoffs. Like that's the hugest step for me was this assist total.
No doubt.
If he's gonna win the MVP though, he's gonna have to average like 35 because LeBron's gonna get damn near triple double.
You want to know something, Rich? He's very capable of doing it. You know why? Because when you win a championship, it makes you better. And he knows what it takes. him and Bron ain't playing with these boys this year. They
All
know
right,
how
so
much effort they have to get.
what do you got for Kyrie? What do you got for Kyrie for points if
I
he's
see
going
him
to be
averaging.
MVP?
I see him averaging at least 28 and 10.
28 and 10?
28, 28 points and 10 assists.
You think that's going to get him MVP?
I could. I'm not saying it will.
That's what I mean. That's what we're doing. Pick LeBron or Kyrie, and you're going Kyrie.
I mean, Bron is like he's almost impossible to overlook. Even when he loses, he still is up there in the top 3 votes for MVP. So there's no way you can put Bron out. But I'll just say Bron for the hell of it because I feel like he's win. Bron's number 1, KD's number 2, Kyrie, and then Kyrie would be number 3. That's how I have my pick.
Richie, how come Timothy looks like an unlocked player from NBA Hang Time? Like it's his team for. Yeah.
Dude, that game is probably one of my top 5 games of all time.
Okay, fuck you both.
Well, they had the characters that what was it, Grandpa? Like they'd say the names and stuff like that. Like, yeah. I'm in the zone. All right, I'm gonna say Steph Curry wins MVP. I think it's his year in the finals to atone from last year because the first year he played fine. Like it wasn't a big deal. Last year he was hurt. He struggled. Didn't play up to expectations. The rest of the team couldn't rally around him because that's really why they won 73 games. Is he just pulled rabbits out of his hat every 3 games, and they're just like, holy shit! All right, dude, go ahead and hit this insane shot. And when he didn't do that, I feel like they didn't know what to do. They're just like, oh, well, this has worked all year, and now you want us to do stuff? We need to hit open shots? Oh, I don't know. It's not like they didn't do that all year. But Isaac,
he's got to learn how.
He's when he gets going, everybody feeds off him. He's the straw that stirs the drink. So
even if he sucks, as long as he's being aggressive, their plus minus is probably just ridiculous all the time. You know what I mean?
Draymond's that straw. I'm telling you, man. Draymond's a straw.
No, he's not. Draymond, they run a screen and roll. And the only reason why Draymond averages 7 assists is he can rebound and then push it up the court. That's one awesome thing. And then find shooters like Steph and Clay and KD. But the second component of that is when they run the unstoppable play of Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They always trap Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry's stats, like if he played in the 90s, they would be even more insane.
Yeah.
At times because defenses weren't even that intelligent then.
Nope.
They were just more physical. But like when they run that pick and roll with Steph Curry and Draymond, you have to pick your poison, and it's always trapping Steph and let Draymond make that play, and that's how Draymond averages 7-8 assists in a series.
They would break Steph Curry if it was there.
What is Draymond if he's not? Timmy, I totally get what you're saying as far as like him being the straw, but man, that team just goes with Steph, as Game 7 showed last year. So honestly, you got the straw, and then you got what? Like the backbone? He's the backbone.
Bro, I feel like
he's the glass.
Honestly, bro, I don't know. Like I feel like that team has a better chance of winning without Steph Curry with Draymond in it than without Draymond and Steph Curry in it.
You're crazy.
No.
Hold on. Say that one more time.
I feel like this team has a better. I'm not saying against LeBron. I'm not saying against him in general, but I just feel like the team would have a higher success chance of winning with Draymond in the game and Steph Curry out of it. Like if you had a game where Steph had to sit out the whole game and Draymond was in there the whole game, I feel like you would have a higher chance winning with him in there than with Draymond out the game and Steph Curry in there.
So what are you gonna do? What's your lineup gonna be without Steph? Who are you gonna start? Livingston?
I'm not crazy because they proved that they could win without Steph Curry against Portland and stuff, but they haven't proven they can win without Draymond. Even when Draymond came back, game 6 and 7, like I don't know, like it just I don't know, bro. The gas with the momentum shift. I don't know what you want to call it.
What's your lineup without Steph? Are you gonna start Livingston?
I mean, if you're without him, I mean, you would have to go with Livingston.
All right, so you got Livingston, Clay, KD, Draymond, and then Pachulia, and then
or you can start Clark. You can start Clark, and then have Livingston off the bench.
All right, so without Draymond, then you Steph, Clay. Are you gonna put KD at the 4 and then bring in Pat McCaw at the 3.
Yeah, or else Matt Barnes.
Barnes, even Iguodala.
Or Iggy. Yeah, I mean, there's so many options you can
See,
do.
I feel like Iggy and KD, the combination of those two, are able to do the same things that Draymond Green does.
I don't think they can. No. I think Draymond is the defensive anchor to that team.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
And so, like,
but KD led the team in blocks. So
yeah, I know what he did, but he was like 2 a game. But it was like, what I'm saying is like, with Draymond out there, he like covers everybody's rotations and he makes everybody be accountable for them. And if he's not, he'll get 100%. Over into a system.
I agree 100%. He's probably the best overall on-ball defender, being able to guard literally 1 through 5.
1 through 5.
You mentioned he covers everybody's weak. Like the rotations, like that Golden State does, they do not get the credit that they deserve. There's probably maybe 2 to 3 teams in the league that are able to run that rotation with switching everything, rotating over, helping the helper. Like everything that they do is just a clinic defensively because they can do, like you mentioned with Draymond and all that stuff. But Steph Curry, I mean, that dude, Steph Curry, like when you're hitting shots from 27 feet with a hand in your face, I'll take that over somebody that can rotate.
I'm not saying it's not sexy, I'm not saying it's not, it's amazing, but I'm just saying you would have a better chance to win with Draymond in the lineup.
Crazy. Timmy, in the words of Uncle
That's
Drew,
not crazy.
It always has and always will
be
about buckets.
Oh my God. Well, I'll take it from Uncle Drew. You're right.
Very few people can do it like that, man.
I know. I'm not saying that he's not an amazing player.
I'm telling you, he's coming in. He's as healthy as he's ever been. His confidence is as high as ever been. This is his best playoff run statistically. He's shooting 60% now.
I will tell you like this: he better.
He's like 30. I think he's coming after Kyrie to get back what
He better.
He felt was his.
He better, because we got Kyrie Part 3 coming to you soon. But I'm gonna tell you this:
this is good. This is good. We got a couple hot takes from this. We got a couple hot takes. We got some nice.
I didn't mean for the Stephen A. Smith to come out there, but it just did.
Who takes more blame? Steph Curry or Kevin Durant if they lose?
Durant.
No,
I don't know how to answer that because it depends entirely.
Go to a 73-win team, and you're like a 7-foot generational scorer. People are going to kill him,
bro. But that's the thing, because people will curse about Steph Curry and how they were just saying that he's #1 player in the world like last year.
But I mean, he's already
after that. He might not even be in top 3 after that. If you lose,
what do you mean?
But here's the thing: none of this it's not like it's premeditated or anything. It's whoever plays bad. Like that's the beauty about sports is if Kevin Durant goes out there and shoots 30% from the field and Steph Curry shoots 45%. Well, of course they're going to blame Kevin Durant. If Steph Curry goes out there and struggles like he did last year in Game 7, of course they're going to blame Steph Curry. So I mean,
I think they're going to blame them all equally because I think Steph Curry is one of those guys. And we joked around with this, but we talk about the racial component of things in terms of how fair-skinned people are and how that people's reactions just generationally, like over the last few decades and whatnot. If Steph Curry was a dark-skinned man, like his ace of spades, like
Wesley Snipes,
like Patrick Beverly, you think he would get the heat he does?
Well, like the gums,
or would people view him differently? Yeah, but like, and then you look at things like you think about Steph Curry, he's like, oh, he's a little soft jump shooter, whatever. He's a choker, blah, blah, blah. He's already got a ring, which is just hysterical. Being the best player on it and having the best three-year run in the history of the game. But like, just how differently would people view Steph Curry, skinned man, versus, his light, fair-skinned little self?
Jordan was pretty dark, and he's considered the greatest of all time.
Damn straight.
Exactly.
But he talked a lot of shit and was
the most BA of all time. But that's the thing. I think KD would get it even worse. Because like I told you at the beginning of this year, I was like, if KD don't win this ring this year, oh my, you thought LeBron got it bad. Ooh.
He's getting it. I'm sorry. There's the Cavs have no chance.
I mean, I don't see KD shooting less than 53%, 54, maybe even 55.
This is the way I look at it.
He's going to get buckets with old man Richard Jefferson and Shumpert.
I think they're going to put LeBron on him.
I think LeBron is. I mean, because LeBron's going to have to chase him around screens and stuff. And I don't know how willing LeBron is to do that when he has to basically be responsible for everything else.
Okay, so if KD's your number 2 option and you already know that LeBron's probably not going to guard Steph, maybe in crunch time, but probably not, why wouldn't you put your best perimeter? That's a matchup that everybody wants to see, and I feel like schematically for Cleveland, it makes the most sense. Because why would you put Richard Jefferson on Kevin Durant?
See, but that's the thing about it,
energy for offense.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's going to play probably 46, 47 minutes a game in this series because that's the only way they have a chance. Like they can't go. I mean, Cleveland's not even that good with LeBron off of it. Now they're gonna be playing against Golden State with LeBron off the court. Like it's just not happening. And like I feel that Cleveland's defense is so or just not talked about enough. Because of the fact they play in the East and whatnot, and their biggest challenge was a 5'7" guard, like who got hurt in game 1.
Yeah,
like,
their defense is terrible.
Like they're
Paul George. What do you mean?
The Pacers have no offensive threat on that team at all, and Paul George, as much as I love him, is incredibly inconsistent shooting the ball. He can go like 4 for 20 from mid range on like 15-foot pull-ups. Like,
but I'm just saying they made it more interesting than the Celtics because they almost beat the Cavs on their home floor.
They should have beat them twice. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Twice. They gave them more of a run than Boston, I feel like. But even though they got swept, I mean, a shot here or there, that could have been a totally different conversation.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't rely upon Monte Ellis in 2017. It's not happening.
No, I saw Paul George. I say Monte. I said he could be a 2 option. I'm kidding. But at the same time, if you really want me to look at it like that, I mean, I feel like they play up to their competition. I really do, and it's
the Cavs.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So what? Like, I'm gonna throw another question your way. So if they're gonna play up to their competition, what would you consider a success for the Cavs? A, to hold. Give me a successful defense for the Cavs for points per game over the series, holding Golden State, and field goal percentage and 3-point.
That's like impossible.
107.
You got like the
agreed
best shooting team that's probably ever been assembled.
No. I'm not asking for a prediction. I'm saying for you, in your opinion, what would be, if you think they're going to play up to their competition, what would be considered a success for you from their defensive effort?
If they can hold them, say even, 100. I would say 105 to 110 points a game. That's
lockdown.
That is great defense.
All right. What about field goal percentage? Because you have to assume they're going to turn the ball over if they're scoring that low. So.
Field goal percentage, if they can hold them 51, 52%, because they're going to get buckets. That's impossible.
That's so high.
That's so possible. But it's not even necessarily field goal because they can get cold too. If they came out lethargic and just weren't getting it going, but Cleveland, that's what I'm scared about. What I'm scared about most is Cleveland getting out to a big lead and then Golden State coming back. Because they've given up some big leads, and that annoys me about the Cavs. But I feel like even if they can just make it close with with the Warriors, they have a chance to win.
I would worry about if I was the Cavs is the opposite of that. Is not getting a big lead. It's getting blown out by 20 because it's over.
My God, it's so possible. I'm terrified that I'm scared that Cleveland gets swept, and then everyone talks about how shitty the league is now.
You know what?
That's what I'm.
As a Warriors fan, I will appreciate the greatness, but from a competitive standpoint of people that aren't like, I'm a hoops purist, man. Like, I want to see greatness. I loved watching the Bulls go 72-10. People said there was a weak league back then, but guess what? Everybody talks about those Bulls and everybody talks about Michael Jordan. You're telling me I'm going to watch a team go 73-9 last year, lose in Game 7, come back this year, get one of the best players ever, and then go like 16-0 in the playoffs? That's history. That is absolute dominance. Nobody talks about like, oh, it sucked watching the Patriots, blah, 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 when they had Randy Moss. Like, people love to see highlights. People love to see history. It's just people are upset that it's not competitive, and I get that. But at the same time, you can understand, hey, this isn't competitive, but these guys are phenomenal at what they do. They make it look.
But that was Randy Moss when he was washed up. I bet you there would have been a totally different reign. If Randy Moss was in the prime of his career. He wasn't washed up. He was at the end of the road. After that, he was pretty much
he still set the single season record for touchdowns.
Yeah,
22
but how long?
touchdowns. That's not washed up.
How long was he there for?
No,
Second
I'm saying
season.
in 2000. I'm saying in 2007 when they went 18-1 and were
Yeah, he was there
undefeated
for-
going
he
into the
was there for
Super
2
Bowl.
years.
That was
Over or under 27 minutes per game for Kevin Love.
I got to go over, but I
Easily.
understand what you're getting at.
I mean, there were games where he played 5 minutes last year in a game, I think.
But that was last year.
He was
He's in such a better rhythm this year than he is last year.
But
Wasn't there like an injury or something last year?
Defense this year.
Say that again.
You're just facing a significantly better offense this year, though. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but he wasn't really bringing much offensively last year either. So I mean, he was a liability on defense. Wasn't really giving you what he is.
But that was the thing, though. He came into the finals at a fantastic rhythm. He's averaging 20 and 10 the first couple rounds there. And then Golden State, for whatever reason, is just a horrific matchup, and that's just due to their mobility and athleticism that they bring.
That and Draymond Green. Remember I mentioned earlier how Dellavedova is the type of player that Steph hates. Draymond Green is the type of player that Kevin Love hates. Like, that dude is going to smother you. He's not interested in anything and everything that he can do to annoy you, to get under your skin.
Kevin Love is in it, bro. Y'all sleeping on Kevin Love this year. Y'all don't understand. I'll tell you, when you win a ring, it makes it better, son. I'm trying to tell you, you don't see it because
Draymond Green has a ring.
No, I feel you, but he didn't have a ring last year. You know,
he's defensive player of the year this year. Probably.
No, I feel he probably is. You know, but what I'm saying is, Kevin Love this year, bro, they all three averaged 20 points a game this year with Kevin Love. Like, when that game, even the last game, like, you guys were like bashing Kevin Love on, like, he had 17 points and 17 rebounds. Them are sexy numbers to me. And if you can get 17 rebounds with Draymond or against him, or against Draymond and McGee.
Okay. Yeah.
I
mean, guys, check this out. So Kevin Love Kevin Love last year averaged 23 minutes per game.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think he's going to average more than 27 this year?
No, but I think it's going to be a lot. It's not about the numbers that he gets for his minutes. It's about the production that he gives you while he's out there.
Well, I'm simply saying just minutes basis, though.
I know, but who cares?
So what's the lineup then? Are they going Kyrie, J.R. Smith, Amon Shumpert, LeBron, and then Tristan?
Maybe even definitely some Richard Jefferson sprinkled in there. Darren Williams sprinkled in there too. They're good, but they're in trouble defensively. Kyle Korver's even going to get a few minutes there. I mean, let's just keep our eye on this in the next couple of days. I want to see how they perform on defense that first day, because we all know Golden State kind of plays with their food a little bit for the first 3 games.
Oh yeah.
And then whatever happens. They get better as the series goes on, and Steph Curry gets more and more comfortable. So I'm just terrified for this Cleveland defense right now. I'm just like, ugh.
I'm giving them a game. I say 4-1.
You're gonna say 4-1?
I said Cleveland in 6, but that's just hopeful wishing.
You said Cleveland in 6?
Say that again. Did you say Cleveland in 6?
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. I mean, Cleveland pushes it to 6.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn, you pulled a 180 on me. I wasn't even ready for that.
I was like, bro, I love you. You're the best big brother ever. I was about to say.
You can't have the 27th ranked defense since the All-Star break and expect to beat the Golden Warriors.
It's not the same though. Their defensive intensity when they play like regular season.
Oh yeah, I hear you. They flipped the switch, but they flipped the switch against the Pacers, against the Kyle Lowry-led Toronto Raptors.
They also flipped the switch against that 3-1 lead against the Warriors. You know, so whatever you want to call it, they can do it, bro.
Last year.
Exactly, they know what it takes.
Yeah.
They ain't playing with their food no more, because Kyrie knows he can't be timid. Kyrie knows he has to get at least 30 points.
All right. So what are you calling for the series then? We'll wrap this up.
Whew. What am I calling for the series?
Yep.
Ooh. Damn, Rich, you put me on the spot.
Always.
God.
I say 4-1. Isaac says 4-2.
I see.
I'm hoping
Cavs. I can see the Cavs winning. That's my heart speaking.
Forget that. Give me your head. What are you seeing as
Cavs in 6 or 7 games?
6. Ooh.
6 or 7 games. Mm-hmm.
All right. Would you be interested in making a friendly bet, and I will give you odds that does not happen?
Depends what's the bet. You know, enlighten me.
I will give you 3-1 odds that the Cavs do not win. Actually, I'll give you 4-1 odds that the Cavs don't win in 6. I will give you 2-1 odds that the Cavs don't win
at all.
in general. And then I will just bet you head up that the Warriors win in less than 7.
Bro, that's the thing. If I had to put my money on it, I'm betting Warriors. But that's not about that right now. Okay? You can't put money in
all that for nothing.
You could have said like a friendly dinner or something, bro. I told you.
That's fine.
I'm speaking with my mind, bro. If I have to put money on the Warriors or to see who's gonna win, I would put my money on the Warriors.
Okay, and how many games?
Undoubtedly, they're the best team.
How many games? If you're betting money and you're going with your head,
bro,
how many
honestly, I hope it's not a sweep. I want to say Warriors in 5.
All right, Warriors in 5.
But no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm saying fucking Cavs in 6 or 7. Damn it, you're not gonna switch my words.
I'm not switching your words.
I ain't gonna place no bet.
You had one with your heart, and then you had another with your head.
Yeah,
your
bro,
head
I'm
is
gonna be real.
you.
The odds are different. If I'm gonna put my voice out there, I'm gonna say Cavs 6 or 7 games. But if I'm gonna put money on it on a bet, I'm not gonna place my money on fucking Cavs. Okay? No, that's a death trap.
What the hell is the difference?
Because it's a man's pride. A man's pride. A man has to have some pride. Reggie, damn, should understand.
Warriors in 5. That's all I gotta say.
Word, and my wallet is my wallet. They're two separate. They cannot be connected. Never.
All right,
you can't mix
wrap this
business
up.
with pleasure.
Warriors in 5. Isaac, you got Warriors in 6. Timmy's heart says Cavs in 6 or 7, and his head says Warriors in 5. So.
Hey, you can't mix business with pleasure. If they have a question, you tell them you can't mix business with pleasure.
All right,
that's my heart though. My heart says Warriors in 6. My head says Warriors in 4.
All right, that's fair. My head and my heart say Warriors in 5. I got to give the Cavs a little respect, but they ain't getting much. That'd be what, 16-1. Oh, one last thing, one quick note, and then we'll head out. The Warriors, if they win Game 1, so the ELO rating is a compository statistic that ranks the greatness of historical teams. If the Warriors win Game 1 by 8 points or more, they will have the highest ELO rating in the history of the NBA, surpassing the 1995-96 Bulls. And then even if they don't win by 8 or more points on Thursday and they win their first 3 games by like a couple points each, that will do the same. So statistically and metrically speaking, when you talk about the main metric that is measuring overall greatness,
they will win the game.
They're probably this team's going to go down as the greatest team in the history of the NBA, and I'm going to love every second watching it.
And they're playing one of the worst defenses to ever make the finals.
I'm ready for LeBron and company, Mr. Drew.
All right,
we'll
do another video probably Friday, maybe Thursday after the game if we're feeling brave. But I want to do on every day or every game, for every game, after every game, whatever you want to say. So. All right, well, this is a long one. So much for that timer coming into play. But anyways, for those that are still watching, we'll check you later.
Take care.
Guys.